Hi everyone, this is the Red Belt lesson video. We're actually going to start a little different than we typically would. We're going to start by learning the song that goes along with Red Belt first. Red Belt is one of those songs that kids tend to find just a little bit harder than all of the other songs in our Recorder Karate packet because once you get past this Red Belt, Brown and Black are going to feel simple. So this is one you just have to take your time on, and if you get frustrated, walk away and take a break for a minute and then come back. But we're going to start by learning the song Simple Gifts because that's the song that is Red Belt. So before we can sing that, we need to hear our starting note, which is a low D. All right, we're going to sing it. 1, 2, singing, here we go. 'Tis the gift to be simple. 'Tis the gift to be free. 'Tis the gift to come down where I should be. And when we find hope in the place that's just right, it will be in valleys of love and light. So the song is a really beautiful song. It's one of my favorites to play on Recorder. And once you get it, I think you'll feel the same way. But it's really important to be able to sing it. It's going to help you with the rhythm once we start playing it. So let's go ahead and sing it together this time now that you've heard it. Let's hear our D. 1, 2, sing it with me, here we go. 'Tis the gift to be simple. 'Tis the gift to be free. 'Tis the gift to come down where I should be. And when we find hope in the place that's just right, it will be in valleys of love and light. If you need to sing that a few more times to really get it, please feel free to pause here and go back and do it a few more times. But I do think this is going to help you a lot when it comes to learning this song. Before we get started with the steps to success, let's go over what's new in this song. The only new thing in here is our new note, low D. So this is the D underneath the staff. And you'll notice that it shows you the fingerings on the paper, but to help you out, it's going to be your thumb on the hole in the back, fingers 1, 2, and 3 of your left hand, and 1, 2, and 3 of your right hand. That means the pinky is still up and there's an empty hole at the very, very bottom of the recorder. So this is your low D. This note takes the most gentle whisper air to play. If you blow even a little too hard, it's not going to sound like the low D you want it to sound like. So this one should sound something like this. It's gentle and low. If you're having trouble getting that low sound, maybe yours is sounding more like this. If you're not getting that sound or something that's not that beautiful low sound, think about creating more space inside your mouth, kind of like you have a bubble inside of your mouth. That means that in your mouth, this top part in the roof of your mouth here is going to lift up, kind of like you're yawning. So if you yawn, you'll feel that part of your mouth move up. That's called your soft palate. And if you let your soft palate move up a little bit, that's going to help direct your air the way it needs to be to get that beautiful low sound. If that doesn't help you, you can also try thinking about using hot air or warm air. That sometimes helps people get lower notes out. Let's go ahead and try to play that low D one more time to get our most beautiful, low, gentle sound. Here we go. If you need more time to get that beautiful low sound, feel free to pause here and work on that a little bit. But if you're ready to move on, we're going to start with step number 1, clap your rhythm. So at this point, you should have your rhythm already written in. If you do not, please pause the video here, grab your pencil, and get that written in. Let's go ahead and clap our rhythm. If you remember our eighth notes in here, or TTs, those get the number and the and. So for example, the very beginning is 1 and 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and clap and say our rhythm. Hands ready? 1, 2, clapping. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Now, this red belt song, the hardest part is the rhythm. When the kids come to play this for us, the notes tend to be correct, but they're playing them with the wrong rhythm. So if you need to spend more time on step 1 clapping that rhythm, please go back, do it again. It's helpful. But we're going to go ahead and move on to step 2 now, which is sing our note names with our rhythm. And that's another step that's really going to help us make sure we know the note names. Now, in this song, you have both that low D under the staff and you have that high D that's in the staff. So remember, our low D fingers are going to be here. High D fingers, you just have your middle finger with no thumb on the back. And we'll talk more about that in a minute, but I want you to notice that there are 2 Ds in this one. So we're going to go ahead and sing it with our letter names. Let me go ahead and play a low D so we can hear it. 1, 2, sing with letters, here we go. D, D, G, G, A, B, G, B, C, D, D, C, B, A, G, A, G, A, B, A, D, 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 G, 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 A, B, B, C, D, C, B, A, B, B, A, G, G, G. If you need to do that step a few more times to make sure you can sing all of the correct notes with the right rhythm, please go back, do that again. It's really good for you to do that again. So we highly recommend trying that a few times. But we're going to go ahead and move on to step number 3, which is sing with our fingers. So again, low D is 3 and 3 with thumbs. High D is just your middle finger on that top hand and no thumb on the back. So you're just lifting up that thumb just a little bit so that it's ready to go back down for the next notes. All right, let's go ahead and sing it with our fingers. We'll hear our low D again. 1, 2, here we go. D, D, G, G, A, B, G, B, C, D, D, C, B, A, G, A, G, A, B, A, D, 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 G, 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 A, B, B, C, D, C, B, A, B, B, A, G, G, G. You may need to do this step a few times too. It's really good to do this a few times. However, if you're struggling with just a few parts of this or small parts, or maybe the whole thing is a little hard, I want to go over some practice techniques you can do to help you be able to play it before we even play the full song, because most of you are going to need these practice techniques. So this song has a lot of notes because there's a lot of TTs in here, and that adds a lot to it. So we're going to go through and talk about how to practice this song if it's a little hard for your fingers or rhythmically. And my favorite way to practice something that is a little bit hard is to actually work backwards. So I'm going to start with the very last measure of this song, the beat A, G, G, G. So I'll take my fingers and practice B, A, G, G, G. B, A, G, G, G. Then I'll play it. Once I can play that measure, I'm going to go back and I'm going to add a note before it, just one note before it. So right now we're looking at beat 4 of the second to last measure. That's the letter B there. And then I'm going to add that and go B, B, A, G, G, G. Then I'll play it. Now before that, I have 2 ta A's in a row, or 2 quarter note A's in a row. So that I'm going to take both of them together. So I have A, B, B, A, G, G, G. I'm going to add that all together and play it. Then I go back to the very first beat of the second to last measure where it's CBA. And that CBA is kind of a hard switch because C to B is flip-flopping those first two fingers. So I might need to just practice the CBA, CBA a few times and then play it. Once I have it comfortably, I can add it to the rest of the song. So I'm going to start in the second to last measure and play through the end. Then I can keep working backwards just like that. So this is a great practice technique if you're struggling with any part of the song. And you don't have to do the full song. Like if you're really having a hard time with measure 1, you can start in measure 1 with like beat 4. There's the B, G. Then add the A that's right before it. Then add the G. And so on. So you can always use this practice technique to help you. The other practice technique I want to show you is called isolating a part. So if you're struggling with just like one small part, we can isolate it, which means bring it by itself and just look at it. So let's say you're really struggling with measure 2. Measure 2 is a spot that a lot of kids tend to struggle with. The part that goes B, C, D, D, C, B. That part can be kind of hard. So you can isolate just that part and really take just that measure and go through it like B, C, D, D, C, B, B, C, D, D, C, B, as many times as you need to. You can slow that down and go B, C, D, D, C, B until it's comfortable and you can speed it up a little bit. Then practice playing it. You can do it slowly or quickly, whenever you're ready for. So until you're ready to go faster, or you can keep the whole thing at that speed. That's totally fine. All right, so use whatever practice technique you need to help you be successful during that part. Once you're comfortable with the singing with fingers step, then we can move on to playing it. So we're gonna go ahead and play it once, and we're gonna play it really slow this first time, okay? I'm gonna take it very slow. Then I'll play it a second time a little faster. So as you're practicing, you have two options. You can either play it really slow with me or much faster. Whatever is comfortable for you. Slow and steady is just fine with us for testing it even. As long as it's consistent with your steady beat and your rhythm is correct. So we're going to start nice and slow. We're going to set up for success with our low D. That's 3 fingers on top, 3 on the bottom, and thumbs on the back. And we're going to use our gentle air. 1 and 2 and slowly go. And that speed, or even a little slower, is totally fine as long as it's steady and consistent. We'll do it a little bit faster for those of you who are ready to try it a little faster. If that's not you, you can stop the video right here. All right, a little bit faster for those of you ready for that. 1 and 2, and here we go. If you need more work on this one, please feel free to go back to any part of this video and spend some time with it. Again, this one is hard, so take your time. If you're frustrated, set the recorder down and take a break. Go do something else for a little bit and then come back to it later. Don't let yourself sit in frustration because that's not going to help you get better. So take breaks when needed. This one is hard, but you can do it. Good luck and happy practicing.